Hey y'all, it's Bree again. Today's topic is going to be dating in high school. Personally, dating in high school is a way to have fun. Like, I'm all for having a boyfriend in high school. At this point, no, I am single. But that's my own personal choice. Well, now, in my high school, so many girls are getting pregnant. And I'm not saying anything against these teen moms. Good for them if they're able to get their stuff together and be able to be a great mom and still be able to continue with their education and their personal life and be able to make it work for them. But it's like, so many girls are just getting, and guys, I'm not just saying girls, but both girls and guys are just getting so caught up in dating in high school. They're like, oh, I'm going to be 18 in a couple years, or a year, or 3, or whatever. So I have to get in a relationship and get married, right out of high school. And it's like, no, you don't. That's what your 20s are for, or even 30s. Live your life. In high school, you're supposed to have fun. You're supposed to be a teenager. You're not supposed to have your whole life planned out yet. This is where you're, starting to plan your life, and you're having fun, and you're just being you, being a teenager. So many girls, and even a former friend of mine, are getting engaged or got engaged in high school. I'm sorry, but the chances are you're not marrying that person. You're not gonna be with them when you graduate. And it's sad because so many people are getting their hearts broken because they're putting it all out there and they're just falling for people, or they think they're falling for someone. You may think you're in love with somebody, but that doesn't mean you are. So if anything comes out of this video, I just say date in high school, but don't stick to one person for too long. When you're a senior, if you want to get into a relationship with somebody, a serious relationship, that's great. And if you are one of those people that end up with your high school sweetheart, or you may just so happen to marry the person that you're with in high school, that's great, and I'm happy for you. But chances are your relationships that you have in high school, whether it is dating or even just friendship, it's not going to last. You're going to move on with your life, and you're going to realize that your mindsets and your goals in life were different from each other's. And that's not bad. That's okay. You just have to realize you don't have to be in a relationship when you're in high school. You don't have to have a boyfriend. You don't have to have a girlfriend when you're in high school. It's not a guideline to high school, oh, you're not going to make it in life. You're going to end up lonely if you don't get into a 4-year, 3-year, 2-year, even 1-year relationship with somebody in high school. Just be yourself. When you're in high school, you're figuring out who you are. So how can you possibly go and try to get to know somebody else if you're still getting to know yourself? You're still figuring out who you are and what you want in life. It's hard to balance that with trying to keep somebody else happy. That's where I'm getting at, is that just take your time with relationships. Let things happen naturally. Don't force a relationship. Don't force a marriage. Be careful. If you're going to have sex, be careful, be protected, take precautions, because nobody wants to be a teen mom or a teen dad. It's hard. It's a hard life. I understand. I have family that got pregnant and had kids in high school, and it's hard. It's really not an easy life, and you don't have any bad feelings against your kid, but you start to feel bad about yourself, wow, there's so much I can't do now. There's so much I'm not able to do in my life because I can't just think about myself. I can't just be, basically, high school, you be selfish. And if you get in a relationship with somebody, or you have a child, you can't just think about yourself anymore. There's other people in your life that you have to think about now. I'm like, so please, if you're gonna date in high school, be protected, 1. 2, don't put it all out there. Take your time. You're not in a rush. You have plenty of life ahead of you. Like, there's so much you can do in your life before you have to get into a serious relationship. So, if you can take anything from this, it's just live your life, be yourself, don't let anyone change you or pressure you into something that isn't really you, and just take your time with life. Life's too short to rush through it, okay? Just try not to let yourself get ahead of yourself. Well, that was my little rant about dating in high school, basically. Oh, and if you're in middle school or elementary school, do not date. You're way too freaking young. Like, you don't even know, like, what the square root of 456 is. I don't even know. But, like, you don't know really anything. No offense, but you don't know anything. I was your age. I dated around in middle school and elementary school, and I regret it. Like, I ruined friendships or future relationships with people because I rushed into things. You don't need a boyfriend or girlfriend to be happy. You need yourself to be happy. You need to be happy with yourself before you can go force yourself to be happy with someone else. So, that's my rant for today. So, I'll see you next time. Bye!